Ladies and gentlemen, it's another installment of what we're calling Wildwood at Home. It may be called Chewing the Gristle with Greg Koch at some point in the future. I think that's a good title. But hey, I'm very excited today. I got my buddy Jeff Pevar, magnificent guitar player, great human being, journeyman, cat. I mean, he's all of the above. And we're just going to shoot the breeze. He's at his home in beautiful Oregon. And first of all, Jeff, how the heck are you? What's going on, Daddy-O?
You know, it's obviously a very unique time in this human crazy, world. Admittedly, I am one of these guys who tends to look at does my best to look at the optimistic side of things.
Yes, of course.
And as well as it's something to be reckoned with, I also look at it as an opportunity. So in the last few months, I've started doing yoga every day.
Yes.
I've gotten out to my garden and spending pretty much every day for a little piece of time in my garden, which is so grounding. No pun intended.
I like what you did there.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, as far as the opportunity goes, we get a chance to reassess what's really important at this point in time.
Exactly.
So, it's possible that you can kind of let go of some of this past stuff, or at least for the foreseeable future of the way that we constructed our lives.
Right.
And it's an opportunity to grasp a new reality, even if it is temporary.
Right.
And hopefully some of these things will be temporary. But between I've gone deep into understanding some technology about live streaming, which has been a joy. And, I'm one of these guys who I'm not a manual reader. And thank God for the internet, because there's people out there who are doing YouTubes displaying technology and ways that you could set up your gear. And so right now I've got 2 iPhones and an iPad Pro as a 3-camera shoot.
Nice.
There's a company called X Tempo who makes a USB foot controller, and I'm able to control changing cameras with my feet while we're playing using an app called OBS.
Right. I know about OBS, but I've been wanting to do a foot channel switching thing for a long time. We haven't been figuring out. So this is gold information. Paul Brown, you listening? We got gold information.
I've been endorsing with them for years. They originally made their product to work with DAWs. So in other words, I could, if I'm working by myself in my studio and I have an isolation booth away from my computer, I can put this thing on the floor and I can control, record, stop, rewind, blah, 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 with my feet. I don't have to get up every time I do a take.
Perfect.
So the thing about this unit is that it is, especially the brand new one, it comes with a USB piece that you put into your computer, and it has the diagram of the foot controller, and you can assign whatever you want to each foot pedal.
Awesome.
There's 8 pedals, and there's 3 assignments per pedal. Single click, double click, and one other thing that I haven't even had to use. So with 16 prompts, I'm able to bring in text, turn on and off payment possibilities, anything I want using this OBS, which is my first foray into that kind of thing. So in a nutshell, I've been kind of getting way into this, and we've done 2 live streams so far. We put the live streams out so far for free for people who can't afford, and then we ask for donations. And
sure,
it's been very lucrative. In fact, people are there to support when they can.
Right.
So between that, and then thank God I've got a studio at home, and I'm very busy with numerous clients. In fact, one wonderful client hired me to do an entire record and paid me in advance.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So thank God, I know it's not the norm for a lot of working musicians. I learned years ago when I did my very first tour, and I felt like I had made it. And then the band that I was playing with had replaced me. And after 7 weeks of playing huge places, I came back to no work.
Sure.
And so that's when I realized, okay, I need to diversify. I need to do studio work. I need to be a performer. I need to be a composer, film scoring, sessions, blah, blah, blah. So what is this? Maybe 30 years later,
Right.
I'm very active in all these different things. And that has really been immeasurably helpful to not put all my irons in one fire. If I'm a gigging musician right now, I'm, maybe I shouldn't swear, but it's not a good time.
Well, I was going to say the last time I saw you in person is when you were playing with David Crosby, and that was just a magnificent show. I mean, the tunes are so great, and it's not, not to cast aspersions on other, kind of classic rock era musicians, but Crosby he sounds so good. I mean, there's a bit of nostalgia to the show. Yeah. But it's like it's always going forward. So there's new interpretations of the old stuff. I mean, the harmonies are spot on. He's cool that gives you a long leash to do your thing, which is magnificent. From either just playing really cool parts, but when called upon to do leads, they're magnificent. He's got some young cats in the band. He's got his son in the band. Yep. So I thought the show was fantastic. So that's got to be a bit of a bummer that's not going on. But as you said, I mean, you've learned your lesson long ago that, whether it was playing with Crosby or Rickie Lee Jones or Ray Charles or the myriad of other Jazz is Dead, all these different people, it's true. You're out, you're playing these big places, the loot is great. And then all of a sudden you're back home. Now what do I got to do?
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you for that. It was a real honor to have you there, and of course, it was a delight and made me nervous that you were there. But I did have your beautiful red guitar on stage, if you remember.
And you were so cool about it. At one point, you just kind of held it aloft, and I was like, "My man!"
Yeah. I mean, that guitar is an amazing piece of work, and I am so excited for you, just all about your career, what you're doing. You're quite an inspiration to so many of us.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very nice.
To be pals and get a chance to play together at NAMM has been a total joy. But to have that guitar on stage that night, I had to kind of raise the chalice to the goblet.
The goblet of rock was hoisted aloft.
Yeah, and I'm very, very fortunate that I've had this connection with Crosby for many, many years. It started off doing trio with Graham and David and I, which was really an amazing opportunity. And then David meeting his son, James Raymond, which is a long story, but we put this band CPR together and we did a number of records with that. And then we kind of took a hiatus of working together. There is something to be said about every combination that you work with, you learn from. And sometimes relationships kind of, come in and they take a break, and sometimes they come back together. So after not working together for, 15 or maybe 20 years, we've been working together the last 3 or 4 years, and it's been an absolute joy. And in fact, after the second gig, Crosby pulls me aside and he goes, Jeff, we tried for years to find someone to fill your shoes, and there just ain't nobody.
Yeah.
That was really nice. He doesn't throw out stuff too easily. And we have a really nice friendship. And, to be of service and to help him with his vision, because this guy's been working a long time.
Right.
And he always assembles the people around him that can really deliver what it is he's looking for. And we've always had a great synergy. So there's a lot of things on the net if people want to go check some stuff out, the videos with Crosby or Ray Charles or whatever,
Yes, there's some awesome video footage of the Peeves in action.
And there's some videos of us playing together at NAMM, which I saw actually a couple of days ago, which is burning.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. It's always a pleasure to have you. And we'll do some stuff in the future. We've been talking about, having you do some stuff with the trio with us. That would be
enjoy that. I would enjoy that very much.